Leo, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me for your 2024 December reading. We're going to find out what the energies hold for you, Leo. What are you playing with? What is possible? What's coming towards you in the month of December? What can you kind of expect? Now, we all have free will, but okay, the moon, what's been hidden? Intuition, the path that you're on. Balancing your own energy, right? Balancing your own energy. Finding your footing in this, kind of like finding your footing in the dark. Bringing enlightenment to the places that you had been fearful, didn't want to look at before, hadn't been able to see before. Having grace and love for yourself to be able to address something that you hadn't been able to address before. What's going on inside of you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers for that moon card, please. Tower. The Tower card. Keep going. All right, so let's see. Even though it has not manifested in your physical life, there is a huge change happening that is bringing you to a new career opportunity, okay? And you're trying to balance yourself with that like massive change. For a clarifier for this big change happening in your life, it is based on information, being able to, having received knowledge or information that it gives you a new perspective about your physical life. Feels very career oriented, Leo. So you're going to have to dig. That's why this is a little bit out of balance, is because you're having to, you see now that you got to dig deep to take yourself to something that feels a lot better. You've got the wisdom, you've got the knowledge, now you've got the information. It's going to help bring things into perfect clarity. Oh my God, what comes into clarity? Oh my God, what comes into clarity? Because you go from like being like in the dark, being like a huge shift in your career, that fire in your direction, being out of whack, being out of balance, like having like confusion on what steps to take forward. You receive some information that's very, very, very clarifying. Clarity. Well, okay. So clarity on the change, right? This is the change in perception. Now, the Strength card, this is perception on something inside of you. All right. So we have the King of Cups, which is emotional stability regardless of change happening. Okay. Regardless of what's going on, you have emotional stability. What I want to know is more about the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Strength there. Justice, Knight of Swords, Chariot. Leo, I think we have Justice reversed here. You know what I believe is going on is that things that you had believed inside of yourself that had been so black and white are now not as divided as you had thought. You are changing the way that you see something this month. You've been forced to change the way that you see something this month. Yeah. I think that you have had all of the answers, and this is the way. You're Leo. You're the fixed fire sign. This is the way we do things. There's not not that way, not any other way. This is what the truth is. This is the way things are. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. And I remember this is what came up for you last time. But here we go. Now you being able to have the inner sight, being able to have the inner sight that you're not the one that has to make the decision. You do not need to be the one that delivers the insight or the decision for anybody else. You are not the one that has to hold the standard of what is proper for everybody else. It is not that black and white. Life is not that black and white, and you're starting to see it. You're really starting to see it, that there are multiple ways, many, many different ways that are intuition based on how to achieve, how to go about, how to do something. So this is you learning to base all of your decisions on your intuition and not seeing it as all of your decisions come from your own intuition this month, Leo. And it is not for you to have a black and white outlook on life, because you're about to find out for yourself as you go through this intuitive process. You're about to find out how it's like I keep seeing this like road of like many, many, many paths. Like there's many paths up the mountain. And you don't have to be the judge of what path you or other people take. Your intuition is your guide, and it's going to look colorful and diverse and different for everybody. And there is a lot of joy in you not having to be the judge, the jury, the executioner, the one who decides what is right and what is wrong. You're learning that for yourself, and then you're learning to be able to convey that to others. You open up the grace for other people. It's like you begin to take pleasure. Because you're able to do this for yourself, you begin to take pleasure in watching how other people come to conclusions for themselves on how they're going to achieve the things that they want to for themselves. And instead of holding a line and holding a standard, you get to enjoy much more. You're enjoying watching and perceiving. And now we have the Four of Cups. Let's find out some more about that Four of Cups. The Devil. The Devil. Okay. Knight of Cups and Lovers. And the Queen of Cups. So right. I think that there has been something going on potentially in relationships, because we have the Lovers. No. This is not about somebody else. This is not about love in your life. It might appear that way. It may appear that way. Okay. And that's what's keeping you stuck. Look at that. The bottom of that pentagram there. It's keeping you stuck. Okay. Because your vision, your thoughts, we have I swear to God, I don't know why I didn't see it, but where it hasn't come out, but that Two of Swords, that crossroads, because you were only seeing it this way or this way, right? Because you have a perception thinking that it is about the person or relationship in your life. But that is not what is suffering. It is not the relationship that is suffering. It is your creative flow that is suffering. It is the attention to the proper way to go about something, even so much as your partner or people that you are deeply connected to, the people that have a significant relationship with in your life, and holding them to this standard. Now you can see that there's all these other ways, and you're appreciating that. And you come to this recognition. Here we have it. This is the clarity that you get this month. It was never, ever, ever about anybody else. You were using somebody else and holding an expectation or an opinion or strong, like, standard for somebody else, even for yourself, that it was blocking your creative flow. That's what you literally break those bonds of apathy and disappointment and not good enough and not being connected with heart-centered creative energy. Okay, because you've been the authority. But now you see it. And what happens is when you let go and you have grace and you have love, I literally keep seeing this mountain at the center. And there's all of these people going up the mountain, and you're taking great pleasure. And you're like eating the apple. I'm sure that there's an Adam and Eve reference in this. I'm sure of it. I'm sure there is. Okay. Why? Because why? Why? Because that was once they ate the oh my God, once they ate the apple, once Eve and then talked to Adam about eating that apple, the knowledge of truth, right? It's the knowledge. What did they eat? They ate the apple and had the knowledge of right from wrong. Okay. But this isn't right from wrong. This is the apple that you're biting out of is the pleasure of the diversity of life. That's the new truth. That's the new truth. The pleasure of the diversity of life is the clarity that you come to. And when you relax and allow that to be your take hold and be your, an operating system. Remember I told you this operating system was within you. When that love for the diversity and potentials and ways of going about things is held by you, you begin. Okay, passport to the flip side. Thank you so much for your comment. I just heard the same advice from someone last night. Must be a big message right now for you Leos. You Leos have been very strong, very powerful in holding the proper way to go about something. And I swear to you, like I'm thinking like the crown that the queen wears, the queen, right? They hold the standard. The crown that the Hierophant wears, they hold the standard. You have been the holder of the standard of action for the collective. This is how we do things. And now the new operating system is how we do things is we take pleasure in life. And the truth is in the joy of diversity and the joy of everyone receiving their own guidance on how to achieve the things that they want to. There is no one way. There is no one way. And what happens as you eat that apple and you enjoy the fruit and you relax your mind and you relax your body and you take pleasure in seeing this for yourself, your creative energies will flow. And I think that there's been a fear in here of what that actually looks like. If you take your attention on what everybody else is away from what everybody else is doing, what they should be doing, and you focus on yourself, what you're capable of. Marianne Williamson said it, like we're more afraid of our own power than, I don't know the rest of that, but that's what we're actually afraid of. Look up the quote, okay? But that's what we're actually afraid of. And so you holding such a strong, almost militant, like military, like this is obedience to the way that we do things. By you doing that, what you were doing is where you were holding yourself back from your greatest potential. And your greatest potential is relaxing and enjoying the colorfulness of life and all of the infinite potentials that life itself holds. There is no one way. When you relax from being this authority figure, you now hold the blueprint and that we had talked about last week. You now hold the new operating system of the future for the collective, for humanity. It is the pleasure of diversity, the pleasure of the diversity of approach to life, approach to success. That felt like a big breakthrough. And I hope that you guys felt it too, because this devil has had you bound, but you have felt like that was your duty. You have felt like it was your duty to hold strong. And I'm not saying it was wrong, because we definitely were going through an era of disempowerment in order to bring us to a place as a collective that we desire personal empowerment so greatly that we will do what it takes. We have had an idea of what it means to do what it takes for ourselves. Each of us have. And when that doesn't work and we have to surrender, we tap into our own internal guidance system. And my truth is going to be different than your truth, different than person in the next car over, or at the grocery store, or at the mall, or even sitting there watching the same movie that you're moving at the movie theater. No matter who it is that's next, their truth is going to be different. They could be somebody that is working on a project with you, and their truth and approach is going to be different. And you are going to take great pleasure in the diversity. And it will open up your creative flow, and you will be brilliant, and you will be bright, and you will be able to achieve the vision of that Ace of Wands, the vision of this fire inside of you to have something different, to create something new. This is a new career opportunity, new entrepreneur. It could be, a promotion, being able to take on a new project with work in some facet. That's what that Ace of Wands is about. You being able to use the creative forces within you to create something that is desirous to you. And you will be able to tap into that 100% as you relax this month and you enjoy the pleasure of diverse approach. Okay. I love you very much, Leo. Source absolutely adores you. I'm like giddy on the inside for this breakthrough. And the breakthrough that's what's been holding you back from your creative flow. And I feel like the creative flow has been frustrating to you. And why can't people do things like it? Eat the apple. The knowledge, the tree of life. How many branches are going up that tree of life? How many different twists and turns are all reaching that sunlight? And that sunlight isn't judging a single branch, a single limb, a single leaf, a single piece of fruit. It's all just tied in. This Adam and Eve like storyline is like surging through your reading here. Because Adam and Eve were, metaphorically at least, the parents of humanity. And with you being the opposing sign for Aquarius, you're holding the blueprint. You're holding you're holding that new program. And the new program isn't strict. You're the sunshine, right? You're the sunshine, and you're helping everybody grow by you just beaming bright. And you'll be able to beam bright because your creative energy is going to flow easily now. All right. Thank you so much, Leo. I love you. Source adores you. Source adores you. Okay. And I will see you all next week.